Did you know that at this very moment, your brain is being hijacked? Not by a villain, not by a spy movie plot, but by something much more powerful. Scientists say that reading a book is the closest thing we have to real-life mind control. While scrolling through social media keeps your mind on the surface, reading goes deep. It creates connections in your brain that actually change who you are. So today, we are going to talk about what happens inside your brain when you read. We are going to learn the best strategies for reading in English. And I am going to share some book recommendations that will actually help you grow. Stay with me until the end because there is a lot of good stuff coming your way. But first, a quick favor. If you are watching this for the first time, welcome to the channel. I am Nina, and here we practice real, everyday English together. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps me reach more learners just like you. Now, let's get into it. Chapter 1. The Science of the Reading Brain. Here is something that might surprise you. Your brain was not born to read. We do not have pre-installed circuits that turn letters into words. Instead, our brains do something brilliant. They recycle. Our ancestors used certain brain networks to track animals in the mud, or to read storm patterns in the clouds. We took those same weeding works and repurposed them for reading. Scientists call this the neuronal recycling hypothesis, and the results of this recycling are pretty amazing. When you read about someone running through a forest, your brain does not just understand the sentence. It activates your motor cortex as if you were physically running. For your brain, fiction is like a low-risk rehearsal for real life. Now, what about the physical benefits? Just 6 minutes of reading can reduce your stress levels by up to 68%. Your heart rate slows down, your muscle tension drops, your nervous system enters a state scientists call rest and digest. And in the long run, reading is like weightlifting for your mind. It strengthens white matter in your brain, it improves memory, and it can reduce the risk of dementia by 32%. So every time you sit down with a book, you are not just learning English. You are taking care of your brain. Chapter 2, starting small. Okay, so you want to start reading. But every time you see a 600-page book, something inside you just shuts down. I get it. I really do. Here is the good news. You do not need to start with a thick, heavy book. You do not need to read scientific articles about astronomy on your first day. Reading just 10 pages a day adds up to about 12 books a year. 10 pages. That is it. And here is something even better. Reading is reading, no matter the format. You can start with Instagram captions, movie subtitles, recipes you find on Pinterest. Think of these as text pills, small doses of English that help you build the habit without the pressure. Do not feel like you have to be that person reading a big, serious book on the subway. If you do not have the habit yet, just slow down your pace. Start where you are. Chapter 3. Choosing the right books for your level. Now, here's a question I get all the time. Nina, what should I read? Great question. The golden rule for intermediate learners is this: avoid books that feel like they are written for very young children. You know, the ones with 3 words per page and a puppy washing clothes. Instead, look for adult-friendly books that use simple but powerful language. Another smart strategy is to read books you have already read in your native language. When you already know the story, the plot is not a challenge anymore. Our digital library. Speaking of books, I want to share something with you. We have put together a digital library for learners just like you. In there, You will find literature books organized by level, grammar books for extra practice, Kindles with super helpful built-in features like dictionaries, and audiobooks to support your listening skills. The library is going to grow over time, and if you have a book suggestion, we would love to hear it. Just drop it in the comments below. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. Go check it out when you are ready. Chapter 4: 3 Methods for Learning Vocabulary. Alright, you have your book, you sit down to read, and then, bam, a word you do not know. What do? First, here is what you should not do. Stop every single time you see an unknown word. That clogs your reading. It kills the rhythm, and it makes you want to quit. Remember, even in your native language, you do not know every word in a complex book. You do not need 100% comprehension to enjoy or learn from a text. So here are 3 methods you can use. Method 1, the context method. You read without stopping for any word. You try to guess the meaning based on the words around it. If a boy is climbing a trunk, you can figure out what climb means just from the scene. Method 2, the selective method. You only stop for essential words. If a word is just describing a lamp in the corner of a room, skip it. But if a character says something that changes the whole story, you need to understand it. That is when you look it up. Method 3, the comprehensive method. This one is for when you really want to study. During reading, you only stop for essential words, but you highlight all the other unknown words as you go. After you finish, you go back, look them up, and write a short summary using those new words. That last step is the secret. It fixes the vocabulary in your memory. Chapter 5: Pro Techniques for Fluency and Focus. Now let's talk about some techniques that take your reading to the next level. Technique 1, read out loud. Reading out loud builds confidence. It also shows you whether you actually know how to pronounce a word. And here is the key: do not just read, perform. There is a big difference between reading a sentence and bringing it to life. Imagine you are in a conversation or giving a speech. That is how you find your own voice in English. Technique 2, use a bookmark as a reading guide. Many people find that their eyes are moving across the page while their brain has completely shut off. A bookmark used to reveal text line by line helps you control the rhythm. It keeps your mind from wandering. Technique 3, the rule of 3. Read a paragraph once, read it again, read it a third time. This repetition lets the patterns of the language really sink in. Chapter 6, digital tools to help you adapt. Technology can be your best friend in this process. There is a website called News in Levels. It takes real news stories and presents them at 3 different difficulty levels. Level 1 uses simple sentence structures. Level 3 is the original news article the way a journalist wrote it. This lets your brain adapt gradually without feeling overwhelmed. And then there is the Kindle. The Kindle is honestly a secret weapon for language learners. It has a built-in dictionary. You just tap a word and the translation appears instantly. It even creates automatic flashcards of the words you looked up, so you can review them later. These tools work even better when you pair them with the books in our digital library. Just saying. Listener challenge. Alright, time for your challenge. This week, I want you to read something in English every single day. It can be 10 pages of a book, a news article on news in levels, a recipe, a caption, a movie subtitle, anything. Then come back here and tell me in the comments, what did you read? And what was one new word you learned? There is a quote I love: not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. Reading in English is not just about learning new words. It is about changing your identity. It is about gaining the freedom to think, to imagine, and to connect in a new language. Every single page you read is a step forward, and some days a step forward is enough. So, with all these tools and strategies, I have one question for you. What is the next chapter of your story? If this episode helped you, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Share it with a friend who is also learning English, and leave a comment telling me what you are going to read next. I will see you in the next episode. Take care, keep reading, and never stop growing.